Subscribe for deeper sports stories, smarter breakdowns, and the game within the game.
In sports, breakups don't always make headlines. But this one shook the sneaker world to its core. After 13 years, 4 championships, and one of the most unlikely signature shoe runs in history, Steph Curry has officially ended his partnership with Under Armour. His decision isn't just about money. It isn't just about shoes. It signals a massive shift for Curry, for Under Armour, and for the entire sneaker industry. This is Behind the Whistle. And today, we break down what Steph's departure really means. When Steph Curry signed with Under Armour in 2013, the deal seemed almost quiet. Nike passed, Adidas didn't bite, and Under Armour, hungry, aggressive, ready to gamble, stepped in with a deal that changed everything. Curry didn't just sign to endorse shoes, he became the face of the entire company's basketball identity. As Curry's legend skyrocketed, so did UA's visibility. The three-point revolution, unanimous MVP, 3 championships in 4 years, and a shoe line that suddenly had every kid at the YMCA leaning back on their jumpers. On the surface, this was the perfect match, but behind closed doors, the cracks were forming. There are moves in the sports world that shake the culture, and then there are moves that redefine it completely. And when Steph Curry, the greatest shooter the game has ever seen, quietly stepped away from Under Armour, the shockwaves hit instantly. After a decade-long relationship, signature shoes, and even his own performance brand. The partnership that once reshaped the sneaker market may now be over. Let's be clear, Steph Curry wasn't just a face of Under Armour. He was Under Armour basketball. Curry took UA from an apparel company to a real competitor in the sneaker war. But now, without their franchise superstar, the company faces a massive void. Curry's departure signals deeper issues: lack of innovation, inconsistent product performance, and rising competition from brands that simply outpaced UA in culture and technology. Losing Curry hurts, there's no sugarcoating it. For a decade, Steph was their anchor, the proof that UA could compete with giants like Nike and Adidas. But his departure tells a bigger story. Under Armour is stepping back from the superstar-driven shoe war. Their plan now, lower risk, higher volume products, core training gear, apparel dominance. In other words, they're returning to who they were before Curry ever arrived. The real question is, can UA still matter in basketball without the most influential shooter in NBA history carrying their banner? Steph Curry is now the most valuable sneaker free agent in the world. He has 3 realistic paths. Option 1, sign with a major brand. Nike has the reach, Adidas has the creativity, and both would jump at the chance to bring Curry into their portfolio. Option 2, go independent. Curry has the name, the brand equity, and the cultural power to build a standalone Curry brand. Something Under Armour helped him start, but never fully scaled. Option 3, a hybrid partnership, a licensing model where Steph owns the brand, but a major company handles distribution. The one thing that's clear, wherever Curry goes, the sneaker world will follow. When Steph Curry walked away from Under Armour, it wasn't just the end of a partnership. It was a message, a loud one, about the state of the sneaker and basketball apparel industry in 2025 and beyond. This move tells us that the power dynamic in sports marketing has changed forever. For decades, sneaker companies dictated the terms. They chose the athletes, they controlled the narrative, and they owned the brand. But today, the athletes are the brands. And Steph Curry leaving Under Armour proves just how much leverage the modern superstar really has. Curry didn't just endorse Under Armour, he carried them. He built an entire sub-brand under their roof. But the moment the relationship no longer aligned with his long-term vision, he walked. That's the new era we're in. Players want ownership. They want creative control. They want equity, royalties, and influence. And if a brand can't provide it, even a decade-long partnership can disappear overnight. Nike doesn't dominate basketball because of technology. They dominate because they influence culture. Adidas tapped into streetwear and global creative communities. New Balance reinvented themselves with lifestyle partnerships and cool factor collaborations. Even Puma has built a cultural footprint through music and entertainment. Under Armour never found that lane. And if you can't connect to culture, you can't amplify a star like Steph Curry. His exit exposes that gap. Curry's exit also puts a spotlight on the rise of Chinese sneaker companies. Anta, Li-Ning, Peak, 361 Degrees. They're not just competing, they're paying more, offering more control, and expanding faster than ever. Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler, D. Wade. Tons of NBA players are already leading this global shift. Curry's next move could be the tipping point that signals the true globalization of basketball footwear. Over the next decade, expect to see athletes launching their own sub-brands, lifestyle-driven performance lines, creator-led sneaker design, direct-to-consumer basketball stores, and brands fighting harder than ever for cultural relevance. Steph Curry's departure is the clearest message so far. The era of athletes acting like employees is over, and the era of athletes acting like a CEO has officially begun. The next frontier isn't endorsement, it's ownership. Steph Curry wants control. Kyrie Irving wants control. Future stars want equity, not just commercials. Instead of being the face of a brand, they want to become the brand. This means short-term deals, flexible partnerships, and athletes building companies, not just shoe lines. Think of it this way: Jordan walks so Curry's generation can own the road beneath them. The future of the sneaker market won't be decided in New York or Los Angeles. It will be decided in Manila, Rio, Mumbai, and Lagos. In the future, you won't pick a shoe off a shelf. You'll customize one on your phone. AI will design colorways. AR will let you try them on instantly. Smart insoles will track performance. And digital sneakers will exist purely in the metaverse. So what does the future look like? A sneaker world driven by lifestyle, not performance, by creators, not commercials, by athlete ownership, not endorsements, by global youth, not nostalgia. And when Steph Curry steps into his next chapter, he won't just be reacting to the future, he'll be shaping it. Because this isn't the end of a partnership, it's the beginning of a new era. For Curry, for athletes, for brands, and for the entire sneaker world. Thanks for watching this episode of Behind the Whistle. If you found this story meaningful, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments.